Letters of John Nelson Darby, Volume 1, Letter 71E, of 1031. p. 140. Dearest G. V. Wigram. I cannot acquiesce in the want of faith which sets aside God's original testimony. It was just this that made me think it a very important point, see note, because God is jealous, and giving up what he has purged, and so very mercifully rescued and set up again, would not be recognizing and honoring his goodness. But then when you do it, as your cover shewed me, individually, that was merely a question of individual state or condition, and the question before God as to owning his goodness was dropped. If there is faith to join with the purged and renewed testimony, it is well. I do so, and have no difficulty, and I feel he is at this moment doing it, as Plymouth in its locality is witness. That the restoration is feeble on our part is true, but as such better quiet in fact as it is here. They are all coming quietly as they get free. Note frowny face the title of a paper to take the place of the original Christian witness. End of note. I have, when maliciously hinted at abroad, always openly said, the devil has done his best to upset the testimony, but, thank God, has not succeeded. Now if you or any person called of God to it, has faith for it, it might be, and I suppose would be, very right before God to consider whether any publication should be taken up on this ground if done modestly, for I think that becomes us. It would honor the Lord's goodness I believe in the way of faith, but if not, I have no difficulty as to an individual publication of papers that might profit saints on its own bottom. I see no harm in it at all. I see no need that it should be collectively done, that is, the other, collective faith you would find hard to find now. You must have in a measure in the present state of things, faith for them, not with them. But then that sometimes begets it in them, because it brings them before God, and they find God answers it. Were I mixed up with it as editor, I should look to act upon the faith I have as to the Lord's goodness, poor enough it is after all. But I have no difficulty as to individuals acting on their own, in individual acts. As I said, as to any papers I might have that would profit, they would be for one or the other equally, nor is there any good in any one attempting to go beyond their faith. Affectionately yours. Plymouth, July 18, 1848. 51071E.